Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I'd like to welcome you to the Bunker Hill Community College of Nursing 2018 pinning ceremony. It's really an exciting day for the graduates. It's been a long time coming for all of them. Now, my name is Elizabeth Tobin, and I'm the Director of Nursing here. And what I'd like to do is to start the procession. So if you all want to stand, and we can welcome the class of 2018. You can all be seated. So I want to take a minute to introduce a few people. The first person I'd like to introduce to you, many of you, I don't know how well you know this man, but he's the provost and the vice president. His name is Dr. Jim Caniff. He has been very instrumental in supporting the nursing program with all the changes that we've had over the last several years. The next person I'd like to introduce is the Dean of Health Sciences, Marianne Atkinson. The Assistant Dean of Health Sciences is Donna Savino. And then all of you know and love Chairperson of the Nurse Education Program, Kristen Wenger. So this is the moment we've all been looking forward to, and it's time to recognize these graduates for all their hard work. You've gone through a tough academic and professional journey, one that can only be successfully completed through diligence and determination. The nursing curriculum is tough, and I'm sure all of you can attest to that. How hard did you work this semester? It had to be crazy. And throughout all of the challenges, all those ETI tests, all the exams that you had to take, you were able to master it. And you should be very proud of yourself. I certainly am proud of all of you. The nursing pinning is an occasion that dates back to the 12th century, when the knights were honored for caring for soldiers with a pin. In 1860, Florence Nightingale was honored with the Red Cross Medal of Excellence for caring for patients in the Crimean War. So this is a tradition that's been going on for centuries. Today, this tradition has continued, and you join the ranks of nurses to be honored for your accomplishments. This ceremony is a rite of passage into the world to care for humanity in a professional manner. So your mission that you've signed up for is to care, to advocate, and to lead, not only for the patients, but for your fellow nurses that you're working with. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Well, your schoolwork is done, and it has to be that at times that felt impossible. So your next challenge is what? The NCLEX, right? And for those of you who don't know what the NCLEX is, it's the National Council Licensure Exam, which all of them have to take to become an RN. So at this time, what I would like to do is invite the student speakers up. The first student speaker will be Andre Carrero.
All right, my name's Andre. Good morning, faculty, family, and friends, and my fellow students. Today is such an exciting day as we get to celebrate the end of this part of our journey. So this is the last time you guys will be officially RN nursing students. That's pretty exciting, but it's also the beginning of the time when we get to become full-fledged nurses, which will be marked by the pinning today. But first, I'd like to give out some special thanks. First, I want to give special thanks to the faculty, the nursing instructors, the clinical instructors that are here. Liz, Kristen, and Donna, thank you so much for modeling quality improvement by continuing to make this nursing program excellent for all of us so that we can be the best practicing nurses that we can be going into the field. To the teaching staff, thank you for putting up with all our craziness and our insanity, but also for always giving us your heart and being dedicated to your craft as nurses and as teachers. To the clinical instructors, thank you for guiding us, for helping build our confidence on the clinical floor, and for challenging us to be better and to do more and to show us how much we really can accomplish. And secondly, I'd like to thank all our family and friends. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being dedicated and being so faithful to us, to helping us cope with the challenges of nursing school, to being there with us during those long hours. I know a big shout out to my wife. Where you at? There she is. She would stay up with me till midnight, just chill on the couch, just to watch me study. And I know a lot of your families did the same for you guys. So you guys should be thankful to your families too for supporting you. All right, and thank you for all your sacrifice. And then lastly, to my fellow students, I have a word of encouragement and a little bit of a charge for you guys going out as nurses. All right, you expect nothing less. All right, so this road's been long and challenging, but we made it. During these 2 years, we have experienced a lot of challenging circumstances. I know as a class, we've lost family members. We've celebrated new life by having new additions to our family. We've dealt with coming like blade running on some of those tests and just barely passing sometimes. But I think ultimately, the thing to remember is that we made it through together. I think the thing that encouraged me the most about our class is that we always came together on these things when we faced difficult and challenging times. And so as I thought about our class, just one word kept coming back to mind. And that word was resilient. You guys are very resilient people, and to be nurses, you have to be resilient. I had to look up the Google definition of resilience, and the Google definition of resilience says it is the quality to be able to withstand and or to recover quickly from difficult circumstances. So as nurses, we have to go out and continue to develop and cultivate more and more of that resilience. Because we're going to deal with very distressing situations. We're going to have to work with patients that are in the worst circumstances of their life. And that resilience is going to allow us to continue to be compassionate caregivers, because we know some of those patients are going to be nice and some of them not so nice. Not so nice, but we always have to be empathetic and caring. So realize that resilience it becomes more and more possible when we realize that we are part of an amazing community called nurses. Realizing that we can lean on each other and we can withstand that burden that we are each voluntarily choosing to undertake as nurses and caregivers in the professional world. So just remember, together we can be great, and remember that we got through this together. So thank you to our families, thank you guys, thank you to the faculty for all your support. You guys are awesome. Peace out.
Thank you. Our next student speaker is Kiera Grinkley.
Well, being on this pulpit means a lot. My grandpa was a pastor when I was growing up. Wow. Look, Mom, I made it. I'm so happy I made it with this group of people. I first walked into this school in 2007. No, not 17, 2007. Since then, I have obtained associates in education. I've gotten my certificate in Bunker Hill. But what stood out to me this entire time has been the diversity that Bunker Hill has brought into my life. When I first walked into the building, I noticed there were my 2 flags hanging from the building, the ones that represented the house that I came from. This nursing program has been probably the hardest thing I've been through, besides like labor and giving birth. But Sorry. Many of us have families. I have 3 kids myself. They're young. They were really small when I started. I felt like I had to push them aside over and over again and say, no, go to the iPad. No, have peanut butter and jelly. But I did it because I needed to make sure that when I go into the rooms of your family members, I know what I'm doing. You guys should be safe knowing that the people here on the side of me trained the people here in front of you, that you're gonna be safe and you're gonna be well taken care of and loved when we go into your rooms. My daughter back there is learning about people in the community, heroes in the community. And the other day she comes up to me and goes, hey Mom, guess what? I met a hero in the community. It's a firefighter. So I felt a little down. And then she brushes it up and goes, guess what, Mom? Guess what I found out, Mom? You're a hero too, because you're a nurse. I might not be registered, but today I am a nurse. I'm not gonna cry. So today I'm very, very proud to be pinned with this group of people. You guys, the families that have helped support this group is representing a group that can be served in the community that I live in. This group of people, they reflect the community I live in. Bunker Hill has trained a Puerto Rican Dominican from Rosendale, Massachusetts, to be a nurse. I have people graduating with me today from Colombia. I have people from Somalia. I have Cape Verdeans. I have people with backgrounds from China. I'm sure there's more that I'm missing. Oh, my teacher is Russian. I have Russian classmates. So we have people who are ready to serve this community, thanks to the people that are standing next to me today. As we all go out and pass our boards, right? Because we're all gonna be board membered, certified, registered nurses in a couple of months. Exactly. The Bunker Hill program is penning a group of ladies and gentlemen that I've learned a lot from. Our professors were critical in our development of organization, self-discipline, accountability for our own learning. I want to thank our families, our friends who helped support us. Personal thanks to my husband who would help me shoo the kids away and entertain them. Thanks to my mom and my stepfather and my brother who would juggle when we were both working. I'm really, you guys don't know, as much as we probably fought each other tooth and nail, we appreciate everything you guys did, and we're gonna help the families now. Thank you for putting up with all of this and being here to celebrate. When I got that acceptance letter back in November of 2016 and I was jumping up and down in my room by myself, I'm gonna jump up and down with here, you guys, I'm a nurse, okay? I thank you guys.
It really is an exciting time. And I wanted to let the audience just know a little secret, which I don't think all of these students have shared with you. One of the things that they have to do is they have to take a standardized test to show that they're ready to graduate and ready to take on the boards. Now, all of these students that are sitting here today all took this test. And this test showed that all of them have between a 96 and 100% chance of passing the boards if they were to take it today. So this year at Bunker Hill, for the year of 2018, we have between a 93 and 94% pass rate, which is really exciting. But my hope for this class that's graduating is that we hit 100%. So, what I really wanted to encourage all of you to do to make that happen is to wait for that ATI green light. You're almost all there, almost all of you. So please keep persevering. Take a couple of days off for the holiday, But you have to take that time and keep working with it. Get that green light, because once you get that green light, you are there. You're going to pass. Okay? Thank you. So what I'd like to do is invite all of the faculty from the day division to come up, and we're going to begin the pinning ceremony.
I'd just like to say congratulations to everybody, and now let the party begin. For day option, Katina Adhikari. Herman Eisenhower. Yanina Nicotegro. Olivia Powell Phillips. Dimitri
Congratulations.
Lee Sue. Rachel Thomas. Kate Turner. Gina Young. That is the day student.
So we would now like to pin our evening or alternative students. I'm going to ask all the faculty that taught alternative or evenings to come up.
Timothy Anastas. Claudine Andrioli. Crystal Castano. Della Chen. Lucy Conway. Elizabeth DaCosta. Paula Farah. Nicole Day. Luisa Flores. Kiara Brinkley. Hazel Floyd. Julia Luciano. Abby. Jennifer McEldoon. Ashley Mitchell. Ikea Mosley. And Alina Lindskaya.
Anybody got a pen?
And congratulations.
So it's official, you've made it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to read the Nightingale Pledge. So I'm going to ask all the graduates to stand. For the rest of you, I'd like for you to open your brochure, and as you look on the inside, as you look at the inside of it, you will see the pledge. And please join us. Paula Hayes is going to come up, and she's going to lead you in the Nightingale Pledge.
I solemnly pledge with us. We're all going to say it together. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take nor knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and my family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations.
So excited, huh? So you can all sit for a minute. So I'd like to do two things. One, I would like to thank all of the faculty for all of their hard work And I'd like all of them to stand, and why don't we give them a big round of applause. And as actually both speakers mentioned how important family support was, I'd like to take this opportunity for the graduates to give a round of applause to all the family and friends that helped you through this. So basically, many of you started out as strangers here. You didn't know each other, you came to school here. But today you're going to leave with incredible memories of what happened in lab, what happened in clinical. You've developed lifelong friends. And many of you will possibly be future colleagues. In fact, in my past, I actually had a student write me a letter of recommendation for a job. Can you imagine that? So, I mean, it's actually, you'll be amazed how time changes and how you go from being student to colleague. And someday one of you may be my colleague, or maybe someday one of you will be taking care of me or any one of the faculty. So don't be surprised and be kind. So I almost forgot, I have one little special announcement that I want to tell all of you. But I'm going to invite Olga and Kristen up to the podium, and I'm going to have them announce it.
So you guys have all been asking us, when can I apply, when can I apply, when can I apply to take the boards, right? Yeah. So I wanted you to wait until after today because we do have a special announcement for you and all of your hard work. You guys have worked tremendously this semester. You've worked so hard. The scores on Monday were off the charts. So I told all my family and friends how excited I was. So what we would like to offer you is you guys are almost at the green light point. Most of you, once you complete that leadership and the predictor practice, you're at that green light standpoint. So what we would like to offer you is if you get the green light, which you have a couple weeks before your transcripts even get sent, we will give you a voucher to pay for your Pearson registration. So in the audience, the NCLEX application is a pretty hefty cost. You do have to pay the board separately, but we would, and I have to thank the administration. We received a grant that we applied for all your hard work and to kind of help some of that financial burden that comes up in the next couple weeks. So that's a lot of money in 1 week to come up with. So we'd like to thank you for all your hard work and putting up with us week after week after week. Same. But you guys should all be so proud of what you've accomplished. So we ask you, once we do get the report, once you get a green light, but contact us because Liz has the voucher. So this was all made possible from a grant to kind of help you guys. Okay, so that's why I wanted you to wait until after today. So I will post the links for you, but just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Thank you.
So we were very excited when that grant came through for you. And we want to give a special thanks to Jim Caniff because he helped us with that grant. So once you get your green light, what you'll need to do is contact me because I'll be here, during the winter break, so that if it comes up and you get the green light, come in, make sure I'm here. But make an appointment with me. I imagine I'm going to be here all the time. So, but please call me. Make sure before you come in, okay? So anyway, I just want to say congratulations. I can't talk. I'm so excited about this grant. I want to congratulate all of the graduates from the class of 2018. Thank you so much. have you stand up, and we'll have everyone else stay in their seats until they process out. Remember to come back for your picture, okay? Thank you.